Ivanovic, right under the cosh at the start of the second half. Chievo, that's a good ball, good save by Sorrentino to deny Alexandro what would have been a third goal, and that's a free kick for a foul on Giaccherini. Good save again by Stefano Sorrentino in the Chievo goal.
I think it's a cracking save by Sorrentino. Look at this, he's onside as well. Gets up well, but what a reaction save that is. Follows it back across, which is important. It's just reaction, pure and simple. Keeps it out and gets lucky with the bounce back into play. Look how he followed the ball all the way across his goal line there.
Well, had Alexandro's header gone in, it would have been an inescapable feeling that a theme was developing here, Gary, because he would have been the third player to score his first goal of the season for Juventus in this game.
I think if Ronaldo's on the end of that, that would have been 3-0.
Yeah.
I think he would have headed that down.
Bernardeschi for Juventus. A little bit wayward from Chiellini, but Douglas Costa is off after it. Shielded away from him. Radovanovic, Giaccherini. You mentioned, Gary, as the free kick is given right at the start of the game, you said that perhaps the only or the greatest danger to Juventus was that they would take Chievo lightly. In fact, Chievo have played well enough that Juve could never really do that.
No, and they'll know from that first game of the season that there can be a danger. You can lift your game, even if you're at the bottom of the table. When you play against the top of the table, teams do tend to lift the game a little bit, another 10%, and that's clearly what happened for me in the first half.
Giaccherini. Ford. And for this year, I think it's offside. It's going to be a free kick to Juventus. The story of that game back on the opening day of the season, clearly a correct decision there, was that Chievo were 2-1 up with 15 minutes to go. Matteo Bani then scored an own goal, and Bernardeschi scored the winner in the 93rd minute on Ronaldo's debut.
Well, there again, the most important word for me in football, concentration. You do switch off against the best, you're going to get punished. They did it that day, and they've done it in this game. 1-0 going into half-time would have been acceptable, but conceding when they did makes it a long 45 minutes for them.
Chiellini was very close to running that behind for a Chievo corner. Here he is again, Chiellini. Ronaldo. Douglas Costa. Well, that's a good ball. Bernardeschi here. De Pauli in front of him. Bernardeschi. Still dangerous. He's given a penalty.
He has.
Well, that was at such close range. He's in absolutely no doubt. Well, he was in absolutely no doubt at all, the referee. He was at such close range. Giaccherini shaking his head.
See, this is where I don't get it. The one in the first half, for Juve, they get away with it. It was a clear push, and it wasn't given. Wasn't even sent to the VAR. This time, he gives it, books the man straight away. He's asking for it. It seems like it favours Juve and not...
Well, the penalty is given and saved! Cristiano Ronaldo's penalty kick is saved by Sorrentino. Well, well, well.
That's a decent save. He's had a good game, hasn't he? There, he's so close at it. He smashed it at him. Did he mean it? Was he trying to be cute there? Was he... It's so difficult. The referee was in no doubt. Got the yellow card out straight away.
Well, Ronaldo's personal frustration so far today goes on.
I think that levels it up a little bit from that first half.
I have to say that Stefano Sorrentino, the Chievo goalkeeper, who will he turns 40 in March. He has had an outstanding evening so far.
Well, the previous save, the reaction one from the header, was a terrific save because of where it was and how quickly it came at him. And guessed the right way here. Gets across. Hey, and look at that. It's going right bottom corner, by the way. That makes it a better save. It's going right in the corner. It's hit with decent pace. Just off the ground, enough for him to get a hand on it, but give him credit. Flies across his line.
So 2-0 it remains. It's been all Juventus at the start of the second half, however. Sorrentino, you feel, will have more work to do before this game is out. Sofiane Keane showing some good footwork, keeping De Chievo off the ball. Cleared away by Luca Rossettini. And Chievo now have a free kick.
I'm sure the team talk in the Juventus dressing room wouldn't have been a decent one. I think the coach would have asked for a little bit more, and he's getting it.
Emre Can back defending for Juve, but he's lost possession. Chiellini sliding into clear away downfield. Paulo Dybala here is shrugged off the ball. Matuidi getting a foot in. Sofiane Keane is confident in his ability to keep the ball glued to his feet. Giaccherini has won a corner, has he? He's had a good game.
He has. When he's been in possession, it's difficult to stop. Who's centre of gravity? But he might have just played it across there. Oh, no touch off a defender there. He ran it out of play.
There's now been a row involving Riccardo Meggiorini and Giorgio Chiellini. Here it is.
Something in nothing, wasn't it? The referee saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst of the lot. That is an absolute shocker. What are they trying to do from these corners? I don't understand. Just get it in the box. How many times did he have to get it cut out at that near post?
Domenico Di Carlo deep in conversation for Chievo. 8 games in charge before today, of which they'd lost only 2. They'd won only 1. Bernardeschi.
Oh, picked the wrong pass there, didn't he? And you saw why Chiellini is still one of the best centre-halves in the business. His coverage of the ground, his reading of the game, and still picks a teammate out with consummate ease.
Douglas Costa here. Giaccherini got a foot in, but De Chievo is there for Juventus. Dybala. Lovely ball. Bernardeschi killed it stone dead with his first touch. Managed the same with that though, and then concedes the free kick with the trip on Giaccherini.
See, that's a yellow card for me. He's given a yellow card for the penalty, which shouldn't have been, and now that was a premeditated trip, and he doesn't give a yellow card for it.
Meggiorini. Hetamai arriving. Emre Can has seen that run away from him. Forward from De Paoli, little back heel from Hetamai. Cleared away by Alexandro for Juventus. Exchange of passes between Dybala and Emre Can, then Ronaldo. Now Matuidi. Good play, Ronaldo now. back into Matuidi. It's a lovely flow about this Juventus move. They keep it going.
Nobody burst in the gut to get there. Matuidi had to come all the way back. He's done well. Him and Ronaldo did well, but you're thinking, where are the teammates? Are they getting forward? Nobody seemed to want to get beyond anybody there.
Douglas Costa, Dybala, Ronaldo. Alexandro wins a corner for Juventus, blocked by Fabio De Paoli.
I just feel you want Dybala to affect the game in that final third a little bit more. Goal scoring, because he got 7 this season. I think he's capable of more.
Sorry, Gary. Bernardeschi, short corner to De Chilio. Dybala is charged down. He's approaching 250 games in charge now, Allegri. Should reach that target at Sassuolo. 3 games' time.
I've still got to say they're one of the favourites to win the Champions League.
Yeah. Tough one against Atletico Madrid, though.
It certainly is, but that's what happens when you get deeper into the competition. All the best teams come into play. You have then got to beat them and knock them out. Simple as.
Chievo had a little taste of European football just over a decade ago. After their highest ever place finish, they came 4th in Serie A in 2005-06, enough to qualify them for Europe. And they have been almost permanent members of Serie A for the best part of 2 decades. 17 of the last 18 seasons they've been in the top flight. Chievo Verona.
It was always hiding to nothing, wasn't it, from the start? 3-point penalty. You have to overcome that. You're down going into season, or as a player, as a club, you feel down in the dumps and difficult to get out. Got to affect the game more in that final third.
Hetemai there is man who actually scored here at Juventus in a 1-1 draw in 2015 against Juve, which is the last time Chievo avoided defeat against Juventus. And Hetemai is coming off just past the hour mark, and Emmanuel Vignato is coming on. He's only 18 years of age. Far in the second. Alexandro Bernardeschi, De Paoli chasing him, and corner kick.
I love his desire. So strong. Just gets the ball first. Referee's view was a decent one. Never appealed for a free kick, did he? He's got up. Accepted the corner. Please get this one in the box.
Bernardeschi.
Oh dear me, again. I cannot believe. how bad the corners have been. The free kicks haven't been that bad, but the corners have been dreadful. I don't think I've seen one from either team beat that near post.
Mariusz Stepinski is warming up for Chievo. Striker, Polish striker. Has 4 goals this season. That's a little curler, Sorrentino right behind it. Denying Dybala. Not really either the pace or precision from Dybala. Good run from De Pauli here. And then a really poor ball at the end of it, which is swallowed up by De Chievo for Juventus.
I keep reiterating, they look okay until they get around that box. Decision making not being good, final delivery not being good. And that's why they're 2-0 down.
Douglas Costa here. Alexandro. No one in the box. Alexandro goes to Douglas Costa and gets himself in the penalty area. Here he is. Ronaldo. De Chievo to his right-hand side. Here he is, De Chievo. Real danger here. Well defended that. Put behind by Mattia Barney for the corner.
It was well defended. Very patient, aren't they, Juve? They get around that box.
Well, Pellissier has worked hard, but makes way. And on comes Mariusz Stepinski.
It makes you wonder why he didn't start the game. Stepinski, he's top scorer, yeah. Top scorer's only got 4, but top scorer all the same. Maybe he thought, well, we're going to get beat here anyway. We'll just not risk him, save him for games that we can win and can get involved in. But I'll always play him a top scorer if he's fit.
It's a Juventus corner. Let's see if the short routine brings them any more joy. It's nicely flicked on. Matuidi off after this, can't quite reach it.
Oh, a bit of a waste that corner, wasn't it? It was all the way back near the halfway line and comes to nothing.
Now Jaroszynski coming on. 3 quick-fire changes from Di Carlo. De Pauli is the man who is making way, and on comes Paweł Jaroszynski. Like Stepinski, a Pole. Jaroszynski is by trade a left back and De Pauli a right back, so we'll just see whether they rejig. But all 3 substitutions made, what, in the space of about 5 minutes?
Well, he's trying to mix things up. You give him credit for that.
Rugani forward for Juventus. Radovanovic seeing it back to Rossettini. Radovanovic forward. This is Vignato. Giaccherini scooped in, and the header is straight into the gloves of Perin from Meggiorini. Good chance though.
It is a good chance. Stepinski does well there. Decoy run, takes the defenders away, gives him a load of space to get that free header, and that's a poor finish. He knows it. I did like the run of Stepinski there, though. He took 2 men with him and just left that big gap for his teammate to get the attempt on target, but a big chance to get back in the game, that.
Some good Polish strikers around in Italy at the moment, aren't there? When you think about Piatek, who's absolutely torn things up with Genoa, Milik still doing great things at Napoli. Great free kick from Arkadiusz Milik in that Napoli win over Lazio, which you might have seen if you were with us earlier. Here's Chiellini. De Chievo. Stepinski is a player who Chievo had on loan from Nantes in France last season. They made that deal a permanent one in the summer. He is a Polish international, but when you think about the emergence of Piatek and the existence of Lewandowski and Milik, he's got some work to do before he's the first choice on Poland's team sheet. Bernardeschi over the top.
Not his finest moment. Yeah, he's berating himself. Saw the opportunity here. A lot of space, good first touch, but at least hit the target there. He's got that quality to be able to do that.
Well, we are past the midway point of the second half, Gary, and it's as you were at the beginning of this second period. Still 2-0 to Juventus. The big chance, obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo's penalty.
Yeah, and the header at the far post that Salentino made a good save from. There have been the moments for Juve to extend that lead. But also a moment for Chievo. Perhaps they should have got back in it a moment or two ago.
It was a good header from Giurini, saved by Perin. Tomovic with this throw-in for Chievo. Radovanovic. Jaroszynski forward. Good stretch to win it by Vignato. Giaccherini. Radovanovic back into Vignato. Tomovic. Looking for room to get the shot away, which in the end Sofian Keane found, but not the shot he was looking for.
It's a good opening again. I've got to say, in the last 5 or 10 minutes they've had their opportunities to put a little bit of pressure on Juve, but been able to do it.
Well, as one goalkeeper prepares to clear, the other will be enjoying his evening, albeit that Stefano Sorrentino has been beaten twice. I get the feeling he might watch that penalty save once or twice before he falls asleep this evening. Radovanovic forward, Stepinski, Tomovic. They have not played Chievo like a side who are rock bottom of the table. They really haven't. Vignato forward to Giaccherini. Nicely done again. Jaroszynski with the cross this time. Over the top of Stepinski. And it needing the sliding intervention to get it behind. Good play again.
Yeah, he's been different class going forward, hasn't he? Bernardeschi, and there vitally got that interception in. But again, the build-up was good.
Corner kick played by Sofian Keane in towards Emmanuel Vignato. Vignato, the 18-year-old, to Giaccherini. Giaccherini onto his left foot. Clipped cross. Tomovic now for Chievo. Rossettini might hit this, thought about it, and then does hit it, and gets a corner. It's a decent strike that by Rossettini, needed saving.
Yeah.
Perin did.
Decent strike, a little bit of movement. It is going in that bottom corner, gets across well, deals with it. Just make sure he gets it away from danger.
Having a really good spell at the moment, Chievo.
Well, can I just say something about that set piece there? That was a cracking set piece, and look at the pressure it put Juventus under to defend it.
Well, it was Matteo Bani who attacked it and was not far away from getting a head on it, but they may now be caught. No, Douglas Costa, it hit Bani, and Vignato finds Bani, and again come Chievo, and they are really beginning to express themselves, Chievo. Giaccherini just running into the challenge of Rugani. Have Juventus taken their eye off the ball a little bit?
Could well have done. It's almost, because they got the first win of the season just before Christmas, it's almost the wrong game for them, this one. Going into anybody else but Juve would have been a good game for them, with the confidence that win would have given them.
Bernardeschi here. Matuidi. I do wonder as well, whether you can almost have too long a layoff. I mean, it doesn't look like it the way Chievo are playing tonight, but because they were out of the Coppa Italia early on, they've had no cup game. And this is their first game after the break. That's a good ball, Ronaldo! Well, not his night so far. Really not his night so far.
Well, he's having a bit of a torrid, isn't he? Beautifully pulled back, but just scuffs it onto his left foot there. No wonder he's smiling. He knows what an opportunity that was again. Normally you back him to put that in the back of the net, but he still gets in there, doesn't he? Not afraid of missing.
Well, Allegri is going to make his first change, Chievo having made all of theirs, and Bentancur is going to come on in midfield any moment. Maybe just feels that, well, they've got Lazio coming up, which will be on Allegri's mind, but I just feel he just wants to wake his team up a little bit by changing things now. Rodrigo Bentancur is going to come on. Goal scorer Douglas Costa makes way.
Look at Capi.
Well, Bentancur, the Uruguayan international, will get around about 15 minutes here. With Juve leading by 2-0. Bentancur comes on. Pavel Nedved there, watching on.
Restless around the ground, aren't they?
Yeah.
Murmurs of discontent.
Well, it would be understandable if the Juve fans came here tonight expecting to see an avalanche of goals against the league's bottom club, but that has not been the case. And Chievo's performance, if anything, has improved after the break, and a goal would not flatter them.
No, definitely not. You know, Juventus are really capable of going on, and if they get another, you just fear for Chievo that they could collapse a little bit and get disheartened, because the performance hasn't been a bad one.
No. Emre Can. Well, Di Carlo has undoubtedly made a difference to Chievo. Dybala has found its way to Bernardeschi. There are 4 inside the penalty area now. Bernardeschi and Sorrentino again in the right place at the right time. He really is having a good evening.
Wrong decision there. Not made many, but that wasn't the right choice.
Emre Can won it from Giaccherini. Dybala here. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, I'm struggling to think of a game in which Cristiano Ronaldo has had so many opportunities without scoring.
Well, they were claiming that was a foul. Clearly it wasn't. Look at this, set up beautifully for him. First touch is excellent. The second touch is dreadful by by his very high standards. Game should be well and truly put to bed, shouldn't it, by now?
Well, that is 3 very, very good opportunities Ronaldo has had in this second half. The penalty, obviously, one which he hit with his right foot, but onto his left and wide, and then that one dragging it wide of the left-hand upright.
You almost can't believe it when he does something like that, can you? Because you're just not used to seeing it that often.
Jarosinski. Ronaldo has just failed to keep that in play.
He's not happy, is he?
Ronaldo wanting to take a corner. It is going to be a Juventus corner.
2 balls on the pitch again.
Well, they've lost their last 6 against Juventus Chievo, and I'm pretty certain they're going to lose this one too. But it's not been without its plus points. That's a good effort from Sorrentino. Well, you have to say that's another good save. Bernardeschi with the effort. Sorrentino did well to push it away from goal.
It's wonderful technique. This is so difficult. Look where it comes to him. It bounces in front of him, and he takes pace off it. Doesn't attack it too much. It's a terrific save again because it bounces in front of him. But the technique from him there, that's how to take pace off a ball and hit the target.
Chievo try and counter here. And the free kick is given, and the card shown to De Sciglio for the foul on Meggiorini.
Was that worse than the Bernardeschi one earlier, where he's deliberately tripped him over because he's lost the ball? That's just a shove in the back.
It's the first yellow card of the season for Matteo De Sciglio. Giaccherini. Jarosinski here. Decent cross. Chiellini got himself in front of Meggiorini. Decent ball in though by Jarosinski, the substitute.
It certainly was. Take the goalkeeper out of the equation. Just Chiellini's positional sense excellent as normal.
Emre Can has been awarded a free kick here.
Yeah, I think he was just held back a little bit there.
Matuidi. Bentancur finding De Sciglio. Bernardeschi. Big casual from Emre Can. Stepinski. One back by the German for Juventus, did well. Bentancur now. Ronaldo. Deflection on that corner.
That's what I like about him. Still not afraid to have a go, to back himself. Best players do that. Backs his man into the box, goes for goal again, gets a deflection, next best thing, gets a corner.
Into the last 10 minutes. Chiellini. Driven to Matuidi, who probably should have controlled it a little better than he did. And Matuidi goes to ground. It's a free kick to Juventus. It was Sofian King with the challenge, which wasn't a very elegant one, and he gets a yellow card.
I don't know why he's protesting there. Definitely a yellow card. Tweedy does well. legs as well. It's the original foul, and then he handballs it, and he brings him down again. So what his protestation's about, I don't know.
These Juve fans, I'd hesitate to say they're feeling shortchanged at the moment, but I think 2 would have been probably at the lower end of their expectations for this evening's game.
They don't need to score more goals, though, do they? You know, they're going to be 9 points clear again. They don't need goal difference. But I just love to see the best teams really grind the opposition into the dirt when they're in front, go for more goals. Manchester City do it brilliantly.
Bernardeschi with this free kick for Juventus. Can they make it 3 here? Yes, they can. Rugani with the header. Very simple in the end. They've gone through just about every pattern of play, Juventus, in search of a third goal. And in the end, it's a clipped free kick and a centre-half's header. Rugani makes it 3.
Well, this is where you switch off. You watch this, it's just a free header. Nobody picks him up. This can't happen. Look at that. Any 1 or 2 or 3 there could have had a free header on this. Nobody picks him up. Look at the space and time he's got there. Still got to direct it. The free kick's a cracker, but the defending is abysmal. Look now. Look. Nobody near him. All statue. Him up, and if he scores, it's your fault.
It is actually the first time since late October that Chievo have conceded more than twice in Leonardo Spinazzola. Left back who is right in saying being linked with a possible transfer to Bologna.
Atalanta are unbelievable away from home. Scored 29 goals away from home they've scored. More than anybody. 10 more than Juve.
Leonardo Spinazzola is going to be coming on shortly for Juventus. Left back who is right in saying being linked with a possible transfer to Bologna. But Bernardeschi here is coming off to a good ovation, and he certainly deserves it.
He certainly does. He's been one of the sparks in the team. That's what I say. If you stop Ronaldo, if he has an off day, or Dybala has an off day, other players come into it and make sure that it isn't an off day for the team. That's why they're just winning everything every season.
So Spinazzola comes on for what is only his second appearance in Juve's first team, and it may be his last if a deal to Bologna is indeed completed.
I've really enjoyed watching Chievo, you know. It's been a pleasure to watch, actually. I've not seen a great deal this season of them, but you wonder why they are as far adrift as they are. You can see when they switch off.
Might be danger here. Bentancur pulling it back. Dybala weaving through where there seemed to be nowhere to go. Keeper did well against Sorrentino.
He comes alive there, doesn't he? A little bit unlucky, but again, Sorrentino comes out and snuffs the danger out. It just shows you 3-0 up. Dybala's not scored, Ronaldo's not scored, Mandzukic is out injured. It just shows you that everybody does chip in when need be. That's 14 different scorers they've had this season now.
Oh, it's impressive. Jaroszynski here for Chievo. Rossettini forward. Radovanovic. Oh, well cut out. Appetite still from Dybala.
You heard the crowd as well appreciate that. Little things like that that can lift you as a supporter, as a teammate.
Emre Can. Alexandro. Is that a corner or a goal kick? It's a corner kick. Spinazzola winning. Actually, his first taste of league action for Juventus, for the 25-year-old left-back. His only previous appearance in the Coppa Italia against Bologna the other day. As Alexandro makes way and Moise Kean comes on. Got himself a goal in that Coppa Italia victory over Bologna, did Kean. Spinazzola, Dybala, Bentancur. Kean. Spinazzola. Put behind by Radovanovic.
Just damage limitation now, isn't it?
Well, without trying to give up any kind of neutrality, I kind of hope for Chievo that it doesn't go 4, because I think that wouldn't really reflect just how much they put into this game. That corner just cleared Ronaldo, the shot is deflected, Chiellini is off after it. He was offside.
You saw Ronaldo there. Not happy. Well, they're a bit slow coming out, all of them, aren't they? 4 offside there.
Let's find out how much added time there will be. This is Rugani's goal.
No, they're just like statues. Nobody picks him up at all. Just a free header, nice and easy.
Such a shame really for Chievo, because they have actually been very disciplined for much of the game, but it only takes one miscommunication, one error, one lack of focus, and that's what happens. Gets the best. De Sciglio will have a minimum of 3 added minutes. De Sciglio forward. Well won back by Vignato for Chievo. Giaccherini. Matuidi in the way. Clipped up towards Medjurini, dealt with comfortably, and Juventus will foray forward once or twice more before the referee blows his final whistle. Spinazzola goes back to Chiellini. player who's had loan spells, Spinazzola, all over the place, really. Siena, Atalanta twice, Vicenza, Perugia. Good foot in from Emre Can. Now there might be something on. That's a very good challenge. Rossettini taking it away from Paulo Dybala. Good defending.
Had to be as well, didn't it? Well, not been your night, has it? Very often we hear ourselves say that.
No, it's absolutely conceivable that Cristiano Ronaldo could have had a second half hat-trick.